If you can't stop caring what other people think of you, if one look or one comment can live in your body for hours, if you replay conversations wondering, did I say too much? Was that awkward? And you're tired of still needing approval, even after all of the inner work that you've done, this isn't insecurity. It's beliefs and internal survival wiring. Today, I'm going to show you where it comes from and why it's so hard to just stop caring. Hi, everyone. I'm Esther Barkey. For over 21 years, I have helped people untangle the belief systems that keep them stuck in survival mode so that they can reconnect with their core essence beneath the noise of this lifetime. If you've invested years in personal growth and you are still finding yourself monitoring your tone, body language, and seeking of approval, you don't need more confidence tips. And this isn't unfinished healing. It's survival wiring that was built for protection. And protection patterns don't disappear just because you're aware of them and understand them. Most people try to fix this pattern with confidence advice, like just love yourself, just stop caring so much, just be authentic. But confidence does not override survival patterns. Caring what people think once served a purpose. At some point in your life, belonging felt tied to safety. And when belonging equals safety, approval becomes protection. But let's look at what's actually really happening and anchoring this protection program. At some point growing up or in a relationship that shaped you, your system learned something very specific. It learned, if I belong, I am safe. If they're okay with me, I am okay. If they approve of me, I will not be left. And you didn't decide this consciously. Your body decided it. Your subconscious decided it. And you became the woman who can feel everything. You walk into a room and instantly sense the temperature of the scene. You hear the subtle shifts in someone's tone. You notice the pause in a text message. You feel the difference between someone's "I'm fine" and "I'm fine." You adjust without even thinking. You soften. You explain more. You always try to smooth things over. You make sure everyone is comfortable. In fight, flight, and freeze, you fawn. You make sure no one is upset with you. And over time, this stops feeling like a strategy and it becomes who you think you are. And you might rationalize your behavior and identity saying, well, I'm just very intuitive. That's why I know what's going on. Or I'm just very considerate. Or I am the responsible one. I'm the stable one. I am the one who keeps everything together. But underneath all of that is a belief that rarely gets spoken out loud. And that is, if I am just myself without adjusting, that won't be enough. I must adjust myself to stay connected. And that's not low confidence. That's encoded survival. And this hits especially hard for women over 40, women who are competent, successful, capable, high functioning, emotionally intelligent. You don't actually lack confidence. You have built a career, raised a family, navigated life, but relational disapproval still lands deeply. Because this isn't about competence. It's about attachment. It's about the nervous system still scanning for threats in the form of rejection. If you're feeling this conversation and it's resonating with you, please take a sec right now to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps this work reach more women who are also quietly carrying this pattern. And I have worked on this pattern in myself for years. For a long time, I believed that if I just healed a little bit more, I went a little bit deeper, cleared one more layer, I would stop caring completely what other people think about me. But here's what I learned. Even after deep core belief work, and even after integration, there are still moments when this issue and pattern surfaces. I care about what people think. But the difference for me now is that when this pattern appears, caring about what others think, I do not abandon myself. And that's the work. Because the goal is not to stop caring entirely. It's human to want connection. It's human to want to be liked. It's human to want to belong and to be accepted. The goal is to stop reshaping yourself in order to secure that. Instead of asking yourself, how do I stop caring what people think of me? Ask yourself this: what am I afraid will happen if they don't like me, if they disapprove, if they misunderstand me, if they pull away? And what does that mean or say about me? Does it mean I'm unlovable? Does it mean I'll be alone for the rest of my life? Does it mean I will be rejected? Does it mean I will not survive emotionally? This is where the depth of personal growth and inner work lies. Because when you follow the fear all the way down, it often lands on something primal, like if I don't belong, I'm not safe. And that belief may have been true in an earlier season of your life, but is it true now? You're not a dependent child. You're not trapped. You're not powerless. In fact, you are likely a smart, successful, talented, amazing woman. The reality is that if someone disapproves of you today, you will be okay. You are actually vetting the friend pool. And more importantly, you haven't abandoned yourself. You see, the real issue isn't that someone disapproves of you. It's what happens inside of you when they do. When you shrink away, when you over-explain yourself, when you over-function to get approval, when you twist yourself into something more acceptable for the crowd or the group, that is abandonment. And your nervous system stays activated, not because they might leave, because you just left yourself. When you stay with yourself, even if someone else doesn't, your system begins to calm. And from that calm, something shifts. You start attracting the right relationships that don't require you to perform. You start feeling safer in your own skin, not because you don't care, but because belonging is no longer your survival strategy. This pattern does not unwind through affirmations and mantras. It unwinds when the belief underneath it shifts. When the internal equation changes from belonging equals survival to I am safe, even if someone does not approve of me, I approve of me. That's belief level work. That's identity restructuring. And that's very different from surface level confidence coaching. So let's bring it all together. You don't care what people think of you because you're weak. You care because at some point belonging meant safety. And if this pattern is still showing up for you, even after years of inner and personal growth, it does not mean that you have failed. It means that there's still a survival program running quietly in the background. And survival programs require awareness and a deep dive to the core, not shame. If the information in this video has resonated with you, if you feel like you've been living in survival mode and want real change, I invite you to watch my video where I explain the full process of how core beliefs shape your emotional state and how real change happens, complete with client success stories. It is linked below in the description box. Please watch that first. And if after watching it you feel aligned and curious about working together, you are welcome to email me questions and to explore the right next step. And then when you feel clear and ready to work together, you can book a free 20-minute alignment call and we'll set things into motion. Oh, and if you want to continue this conversation around survival mode and how it quietly runs adult life, please watch the video that's appearing on your screen right now. It pairs beautifully with what we have talked about here today. I'll meet you over there.